Hello, everyone. How are you? This is episode 4 of the Mauritanian podcast, and today we are hosting none other than two of my favorite people in this Mauritanian world, and we're talking about Khalifa and Index Saad. Hello, everybody. Hello.
Hello.
Index Saad.
First, thanks Habib for having me, and I would say it took me forever just to be in this podcast. It's really good. Thanks to be here with you today.
No problem, man. Now let's go to Khalifa.
Welcome, Habib. I'm inarticulate to express the feelings that I have in my side. This is the first time I'm being hosted like a guest and for the Mauritanian podcast, and it means a lot to me, to be honest with you.
Thank you, man. That's great. Let's just start off with just tell us about yourself. Is that fair to ask? Let's start with the Index Saad, yeah?
I'm Mohammed, aka Index Saad, and so I'm gonna say I'm somebody, just trying to be somebody in this world where everybody just feel like wasting time doing things that are nowhere near from their goals, So I do have the idea that you don't really matter to nobody if you are nobody. So that's why I'm just trying to be somebody.
Cool, man. Let's go to Khalifa.
Oh, great! When it comes to me, I'm very inspired by what Mohammed has just said. When it comes to me, if I'm going to introduce myself, it's just simple Khalifa, nothing less, nothing more.
Interesting. Let's just start off with this question. You guys seem very motivated. Index Saad, do you want to just go ahead and tell us what you think about motivation and this whole debate of do you need motivation, do you don't need it, and discipline and all that? How do you see that? How do you view it?
Yeah, well, I think motivation is decent, but in a way, because I have a very bad story with motivational videos, But those gurus who tell you really you have to hustle hard and do a lot of things, they just try to force you to do things that you don't want to do, and that's really a good thing in a way. But also trying to do some stupid things they used to tell me that I have to wake up in the early morning, so in a run, I used to do that, but that was really a bad idea because after 2 months of running, I wasn't really successful. So I said, why should I run and I'm not successful? So running wouldn't make me successful. So they see some good things, but simultaneously they see really some bad things.
Do you want to touch on the bad things?
Yeah, the bad things, I was saying, they tell you to do things that you don't want to do, especially running. Running has nothing to do with success. Going to the gym has nothing to do with the success. Feel me? So just something like this.
Okay, cool. That's great. Now let's go to Khalifa. What do you think?
About motivational videos? They did the very essential part when it comes to my life, or just especially my English journey, or in life in general. But I would rather say that motivational videos are not the whole. There are a lot of alternatives and substance that you can use instead of motivational videos. Your ambitions in life, what you want to achieve, what you want to do, and a lot of things that you have your heart set on, you want them to be made or to be real. Those things can motivate you to do that. And when it comes to this, I've written quote, which is, your aspiration can be your inspiration. Not just motivational videos. What you want to do in life can help you to do more. That is it.
Hell's Bells. Also, I think I do have my own quote that I created myself. It says, when you work on something when you work on something constantly, it's going to come to you gradually. It's a quote that I've written myself. Feel me?
Awesome, guys. You have your own quotes. Great. Now, let's just talk about what are your goals, your aspirations, the things that you want to do in the future. Let's start with you.
So here I just want to, first of all, I just want to plead the fifth, to some certain matters that I don't want to share, feel me? But what I really want to say that I just want to be a better somebody and just be the best version of myself, feel me? So I think the idea just being not capable of doing things, I don't have that idea. So just want to be somebody, and I think anything is possible in this life. If you want to do anything, just go and get it.
All right, that's great. Well, what about you, Khalifa?
Oh, what I want to achieve in life. I want to achieve a lot of things, But the first thing, first things first. First thing that I want to achieve is just to understand a lot of people in my life, like some of my family members, some of the friends, some people that I meet every day. Like a lot of them cannot be understood, and this is what keeps me busy a lot of time thinking about them. How can I communicate with them? How can I understand them? How can I deal with them in general? And when I do pass that test, a lot of things in my life will be considered as easy things.
In condition, I just want to master a lot of accents. Feel me? So like speaking different American accents. That's something that I really have my heart set on.
All right. Can I just chip in and just ask some questions that maybe I don't know if you're gonna be cool with it. It's probably gonna be cool with it, right?
Yes.
So
okay.
the question is like about accents. Have you ever gotten any like criticism for your accent, or people like telling you that it's just too much, or it's just like why you're trying to be like somebody else? You know
that's
what I'm
a
saying?
good question. Being criticized, I think, is really something normal because you're really going to have it. Before we start having this podcast, last night we had some naysayers. They really told us that we cannot have this podcast and nobody is going to listen to it. So they talk about it. So it's really okay. We're going to have these dream killers, feel me? Like these dream killers and dream stealers. They're going to tell us all of these things that we're not capable of doing something. But it's really okay. And like what really motivational speakers would tell you, like sometimes you want to do something, they will tell you sometimes you have to fail in order to succeed. And then you're like working on something very hard. When they tell you this, you just say, all right, here, I have to fail. Sometimes I have to fail this time. And then I'm going to succeed. So when you start understanding these ideas on motivational speakers, these gurus who tell you hustle hard. So I do think oftentimes just a waste of time. You're gonna have people criticizing you. You're gonna have people talking shit about you. That's really normal. So it's so freaking normal.
Okay, so just so I can brief, what is the mindset that you keep in mind when you are going through all of these like criticism that are like sort of hurting you in some way?
It's really okay. Just know that I'm going to be criticized no matter what, even if I'm not doing anything.
Okay.
So, but if you really do not want anybody to criticize you, I'm just going to say stay home and just do not do anything in your life. And in that way, you're going to stay like very unsuccessful your whole life.
Okay, good answer. Khalifa, how do you deal with the criticism? What is your take on that?
Oh, this is very important question. Like when it comes to criticism, I would say that I don't care about people criticizing me because you'll be criticized anyway. But most of the time, I try to not be criticized, like doing a lot of things. Like I'm afraid of a lot of things, like how do I look, how do I talk, and a lot of things. How do I deal with people, and like just in order to avoid being criticized. But at the end of the day, I realized that I will be criticized anyway, so I don't care anymore.
So yes, do what you want.
Well, just
do what you want.
Of course.
Whatever you want to do, just do it. Do not be afraid of anyone. Anyway, just one of the best ways to just achieve something is to be fearless. So you have to be fearless and just do what you think is the right thing for you. So just try to be a better version of yourself and listen to nobody.
Of course, because a lot of people do not understand like what you think of. They do not know any information about it, and they just criticize you. They just talking shit about you and tell a lot of things that you don't know where those things come from, and just like don't care about them. And whenever you ask in someone
Yes.
to advise you or to tell you something that might help you in this life, they will you'll tell you, get rid of that shit.
And I'm just going to share this quote that says, don't aspire to make a living, aspire to make a difference. So
great.
be somebody and be the best version of yourself and say good grief to these all naysayers.
As a reminder, there's another quote, which is, you show up or show off. Either ways you are noticed. Khalifa Met.
Interesting, guys. Do you want guys, just both of you, just go ahead and tell us what is your take on like people having accent? Is it mandatory to have an accent, or it's like a personal choice? Just go ahead and you go back and forth on that.
So I do have the idea, like when you work on something, anything is possible. And if you want to learn the accent, it's really possible for anyone to get the accent. if you really believe that you can do it yourself. So just be very interested in what you're doing and try your very best to just gain the accent, and I'm certain that you're going to get it.
Accents. Accent. I would say that in order to get an accent, like, you have to do a lot of practices, listen to various native speakers, and trying to mimic or just do what is called the so-called shadowing, and speak with them, and sometimes try to exaggerate, because exaggeration like makes very essential part of this. And also, if you want to get people's attention, you have to start making your accent better than it's before. That is it.
So at first, it's really going to be hard. I know, I do understand that at first it's going to be hard. But so while you're working on something along the way, you're going to understand that it's just possible for you to get it.
Of course, it is.
All right, guys. Can you tell us about like what is your biggest fear?
My biggest fear?
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. I'm going to say being criticized. Not going to lie. I know that I'm going to be criticized anyway, but just trying my very best just to do the things that'll help me to just feel good about myself. You know, so being criticized, and I know like having this podcast, I'm gonna be criticized anyway. So, but it's my biggest fear. But you know, I'm just trying to live with it. I'm just doing my very best. That's everything.
All right, for you, Khalifa, do you want to look into the camera and tell us what is your biggest fear?
Oh, well, my biggest fear is expecting too much from people, and I got none. This is my biggest fear. I'm afraid of the expectations and what the future has in sight.
All right, this is something that might be. We'll just go back a little bit for accents. What is your favorite accent, and what are you doing to improve your accent? Or what are your goals when it comes to having an accent?
In fact, I do have two favorite accents. The first accent will be AAVE, African American Vernacular English. It's a very good accent for me. It's the accent that black people or African Americans in America do speak. So, and the other accent is like the Southern accent, specifically the Alabama accent is really good for me. And what I really try to do to just speak different accents is like I do shadow a lot. I do memorize a lot of scenes. So like from different accents, that's what I do to master accents.
All right, thanks. You?
I do not have any specific accent to listen to. I listen to a lot of accents, AAVE, Alabama, any accent that need to speak, even Australian, British one, everything that related to English, I'm into.
All right, Index Saad, is there any Arab guy that has inspired you? Like, who has inspired you? You can go for like if there's some Westerner, but also if there's some Arab or just anyone in general.
I'm not gonna say that I do listen to a lot of Arab. But I'm gonna say like there is a guy who's called Ibrahim Adil. He got the channel that's called The American English. He really inspired me because that guy is really working hard and trying to upgrade his channel. So that guy is really cool. And I'm gonna say like Western. I'm gonna say like Denzel Washington, the actor Denzel Washington. That guy is really wise. And I do love everything that he says. So he just every time I'm gonna listen to him. So I'm just gonna learn something new, and that's everything I want. I just want to be a better person, and when I listen to something that'll motivate me and like make me very inspirational. So I'm just say like Denzel Washington. You feel me?
All right, great. What about you, Khalifa? Who inspires you the most?
What inspires me the most from the Arab is a guy called Ahmed Shigeri. He's the one who was leading the program, which is called Khawatir. Like when I was younger, I used to watch his episodes, and the way he teaches Islam and the way he present the good look of Islam, the good view of Islam, and a lot of people converted Islam because of that guy. and the Arabic leader Saddam Hussein. Yeah, that is it. And I do with Denzel Washington as well.
Great, man. So Index Saad, do you have what are your favorite quotes
My favorite quote.
of all time?
Oh, right. There is a quote by, I guess it's by Prince EA. He says, "Everybody dies, but not everybody lives." That quote really inspired me.
Wow.
Yes.
Holy cow. Okay, you?
What Denzel Washington's wife said: to get something you never had, you have to do something you never did. Or what he said as well: if you don't fail, you're not even trying. These are the most.
To get something you never had, you have to do something you never did. Absolutely.
Right.
This quote really it really inspired
This
a
is my
lot of
favorite.
young people. Yeah.
And whenever I'm trying to motivate someone, like I write it down, like literally this: to get something you never had, you have to do something you never did. And I started explaining, asking them like, what do they think
Yeah,
about
so
this
you
quote?
have just to try your very best to just motivate your friends, everybody around you. Just you have to try your very best to just make a
I
difference
suspect
in
it's
this
effective.
world and just try to make a better version
That's
of yourself.
effective. Whenever I say this quote to somebody, I see them start changing their life and starting
Yes.
what they were doing.
Yes.
Yeah,
So failure is very straightforward.
of course.
Everybody can be unsuccessful, but not everybody can be successful. That's really true.
Great. That's
All right, one question. What are three things that you like about the culture that we should definitely keep? What are some things that we don't? that you
So
don't-
which culture are you talking about
like
first?
the Mauritanian, like your culture,
Oh, our culture.
things that we should get rid of, things that we should keep definitely. Do you want to go ahead, Khalifa? Start.
It will take very much time to think about the things that I do want my culture or my society to get rid of. Which is like, first thing is racism and tribalism and a lot of things that are under the table.
You
I don't wanna
said
mention
three
it,
things. You said the things that I like about my culture, or I don't like about my culture.
Yeah.
Which one? Both.
Ah.
So I would say just one thing that I like about my culture is like their music. The music is really cool, you know. So and also the things that I don't like, as I said, tribalism. I don't like it at all. I'm not with the idea that like you have something over people just because they're not from the same tribe that you are from. So that's really crazy.
You said that you listen to Mauritanian music. I can ask you just one question. Like, who's the father of Jimmy?
I don't know.
So you don't.
I listen, but I do not know everything. So I listen.
Would you mind to tell me who's your favorite Mauritanian musician? Huh?
There are a lot of good songs. I can't. It's
Have you
really
listened ever?
it's pretty hard for me to just
Have
choose.
you ever listened to Skype?
Yeah, great. Do you guys listen to rap? Do you listen to rap?
Yes, I do listen to rap music, especially Eminem.
Eminem.
Yes, he's just a great rapper.
Okay. Do you remember like any verse from a song that has like inspired you or?
Yes, like the Mockingbird. Hey, Haley, I know you miss your mom. I know you miss your dad, but hey. So I do remember that verse. It's really that's a good song.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Khalifa, do you listen to rap?
I do not listen to a lot of music genre or music type. I don't listen to. But there's a song. I don't know if it's jazz, if it's rap or something like. It's a song by Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber, like I don't know about jazz or so and so. What I know, just listening to some music, and that's it. He said, "That's the price you pay for money and age, for money and fame at an early age." This is lonely. This is a very good one.
Interesting. Okay, guys, do you want to talk about so nowadays? Do you know the guy Andrew Tate?
Yes.
What do you think of him?
Oh, I think he's really a decent man. He's a decent man because he's attacking a very bad like movement, especially like this the feminism. You feel me? So like these women are really crazy because like we have like without men, this world like will fucked up for real. Like we'll be fucked up. So that's what I'm saying. So like men are everything, and women have to understand this.
Okay, what is your take on? Do you know Andrew Tate?
I know his name, and but I don't know a lot of things about him, so I will plead the fifth.
But what is your take on feminism?
I don't have anything to say about feminism. Like I do not know about that term specifically. I know feminism and what the initiative campaign that they did and they're still doing, but like I don't communicate and I don't talk about.
I just want to say to every young man in there, when you get sick, do not go to the hospital. Die, be a man.
Like for real?
Yes, for real.
Why?
Be a man.
But why? Like, you want women are in the hospital.
Be a man, and men are supposed to do different things, good things. Feel me? So that's why I'm saying this. When you get sick, do not go to the hospital. Die. Be a man.
Do you mean it? Like, do you mean it?
Yes, die.
Do you mean it?
Die. Yes.
Don't ever go to the hospital.
Yes, tolerate death.
What do you think?
I think like you should go to the hospital. You should. You're in need of medicine. You need a lot of treatment.
Okay, just right off the bat, Khalifa, would you ever cry to your wife? Would you ever cry to your wife, man?
I would, but if I had one. I would cry. Like, who said that man could like not able to cry?
Bro, you need to speak to the mic first, though. Speaking to the mic.
Speaking to the mic. I'm not speaking.
Yeah.
I would cry to my wife, and I would cry to every woman that can sympathize with me.
Okay. Diksad, what is your take on that, man?
No, I'm just gonna say like, honestly, I just want to plead the fifth. I'm sorry, this question, I don't want to answer it.
But bro, we're talking about feminism.
No, but like, I don't want to answer this question.
But you wanted to talk about feminism, right?
Yes.
Okay, but what is your take on that? Like, what's wrong?
What's wrong with feminism?
Yeah.
I know, like, just having the idea that you as a woman, you should be like equal with a man. That's really crazy, because that's not the truth. So I'm just gonna say, like, telling the truth is hard in a world that's full of lies. So I just feel like that's really stupid. Just try to compare yourself to a man. So please, I'm just telling every young woman, just try to get this idea out of your minds, please. Just try to do it, because it's not the truth. So the truth is really obvious. They have to know it. That men do everything. Men do really build everything and find everything in this life. So you have to understand this and really stop this silly idea. This is ridiculous.
All right. So like you as a man, like let's say you as a husband, how's that gonna work?
Can
she go to work?
Listen, I'm not actually fanatic. I'm not fanatic, and I do understand. But what I really abhor is this idea. So first, they have to be honest with themselves, and when they get this idea out of their mind, so I'm just gonna accept every single woman who doesn't have this idea. So, and just I'm gonna be the man that I'm supposed to be.
Okay.
Wait, like, are you going to dissect or analyze any woman that you're going to marry? Are you going to dissect any woman that you're going to marry? I mean, her mentality, what she thinks.
Hell's bells, of course. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it at first. So before we just get
you're not afraid of being deceived.
Before we get married, I have to know everything about you, and so do you. So
you're not afraid of being deceived.
Yes, I'm afraid.
So if a woman like attracted you and you are deceived, what would you do?
I'm gonna do nothing.
Chris,
Well, I think he's woman. Are you woman-phobic, man? All right.
No,
maybe he's homophobic.
So this is the last. Okay, let's just. Do you know this like this thing about like a high value man? So in your opinion, what is a high value man and what is a high value woman? What is a real man? What is a real woman?
I'm gonna just say like you have to be a genuine man in this world and just try to do the things that every single man has to do. Like be in charge of the things that you have to be in charge of. Be a man, be respectful, do things, and respect is the greatest thing in this world. Like and if you are respected, just try to keep it. Like respect is a great thing, so please don't take it for granted, please, because it's really a great thing. Do not neglect it. And like be respectful first of all, and second of all, like you have to be like a role model to everybody who really cares about you. So
And what is a real woman? Like what is a high value woman?
a real woman, I would say like a woman who knows that she's just a woman. That's the truth.
Do you think that's extreme?
Yeah, that's really possible. That like they have to know that they're just women, so they're just women.
But is it
and
possible
they
that
have their own responsibilities, and so do us.
what is the responsibility of a woman?
Taking care of our children,
Do you think that's fair?
trying to build a family, you know,
cool.
and trying just to build a family that's worth living.
Okay,
And like yes, that's her responsibilities.
good response, man. Khalifa, what is a high value man, high value woman?
I would answer for high value man, but when it comes to women, they have their own opinion. Like when you host a woman, you can answer. A high value man is the one who just man up. And Muhammad mentioned a lot of things, and he left none. That is just you have to man up. You have to get out of your family nest, look for work, do something. Don't be failure. Don't be a loser. Just that is it, and you will be respected either ways. Just when you get out of the house, look for something. When your family sees you are not a loser, and like you have something you are thinking of, and you have a lot of things that you want to achieve in this life, like you are going to be respected even by the society and everything. Just do it.
All right, man, great. Dixal, do you want to talk about what is your take on, like, do you want to talk about like immigration?
Immigration,
Especially like illegal immigration. Are you for it, or do you object to it, or it depends?
no, I think just if your arm is twisted to do so, you have to just go and do it. So like I don't blame those who have immigrated, and also I do not blame those. I think this is just like their own ideas. So if you just have the idea that you want to immigrate and you feel like this country cannot get ahead, you have just go and do it. And if you think like you have to stay here and there is a halt here, so just stay here and do your very best. What really matters is just to be somebody and make something in this world, make a difference.
When it comes to me, I've never thought about immigration. I mean, to the U.S. or to the UK or just to the European society. Just stay in Mauritania, or if I got a chance, I might go to the Emirate or go to some place that Arab are abandoned there. Not just because when you watch the news, you will find a lot of things that can get you, deprive you of thinking of immigration, or just going to the U.S. or to some place, like statistics, like a lot of people being killed, and a lot of things that went viral.
Next, Saad, what life has taught you so far?
There were a lot of things, especially like when I talk about toxic friends. I had really like some really bad experience with bad friends. Because like friends, the idea that I know, like friends lift friends up, and if you're my friend and I'm growing and you're not, you're wasting my time. So this is just what I'm trying to say. Like just friends to be really real friends. And like, not everybody's your friend. I do know a lot of people, and they are around me 24/7. So do I, but they know that I'm not their friend, and just they're possessive, and I know that they are not my friends. So just that it's really obvious for all of us that like real friends are really few. Not everybody's your friend.
Great, man. What about you, Khalifa? What do you think?
What life taught me. I would say that life has not finished its teaching process yet. This is why I'm still learning from life every day. I learn new things. That is it. That is it. I mean, life has not finished its teaching process.
All right, man. I think we're about to end. So, any last words for the youth, the Mauritanian youth out there? Yes, Dexad.
Yes, I'm gonna just start with saying, make something out of yourself, be the best version of yourself, and try to make a difference. That's what's life about. It's all about being somebody in this world.
All right, great.
Do what you want. Be carefree. Be careless. Be fearless. And be...
Nothing is impossible.
Nothing is impossible. But just when you think of a thing, don't postpone it or put it off to another day. I will do this tomorrow. I will do it the day after tomorrow. Just seize the opportunity and start doing it. That is it. This is what will gain you time.
All right, great. Dexad, last words? Maybe you want to thank me or something?
Yes, I just want to say like a shout out special to the cameraman here, Ahmed, and thank you also, Habib, for having me.
No problem, man.
It was a really great experience to have me as a guest, Habib. And I would say that I will never forget the Mori pod. Like whenever I heard the word Mori pod, what rings in my mind is the witty banter, Habib, and a lot of things. Like I really appreciate this, and I want just to tell you, keep going, Habib.
You're second to none.
Okay, what does that mean?
You're the best.
Okay, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Thank you for having you. It was fun. Thank you for the inspiration. And yeah, you're such a great example for the Mauritanian youth. Thank you, guys. And that's it. All right, so this is the end of this episode. So yeah, for you guys, if anyone is interested who can speak English, you can go on my podcast. And yeah, so don't forget to share the podcast. Don't forget, give me some views. Okay, guys, that's it. Bye.
Thank you.